Okay, thank you very much. My name is Sotirios Dimopoulos, and I work for HP. I'm very excited to be here because it's the first time we get to present this content in Greece. And I'm also very excited because the core team that builds the applications which I'm about to show, it's actually here in Greece. We're very proud of this. The core team is here. We're building GenAI applications which are behind impact approximately 2 billion revenue from the HP store worldwide. And I'm very happy to share their amazing work. So I'm going to talk about four things. First, the impact that I believe GenAI has in the space of e-commerce. The second is introduce you to the GenAI applications we have built for the HP store worldwide. The third is the impact we see so far with these applications. And the fourth, some challenges and lessons learned. So let's start with e-commerce. I think I'm quite old to remember how e-commerce was like in the late 90s or in the beginning of 2000s. I don't know if you remember these Amazon web pages, the initial ones. They were full of blue links, very text-heavy, right? And I think e-commerce since then has gone really through a long way. Now I truly believe, especially throughout the last year, we're entering really a new era in the world of e-commerce, where GenAI fundamentally reshapes e-commerce. This is quite important because our customers now have different expectations from us. So the customers now want to be served instantly, whether that's from a human agent or AI, doesn't matter. They want to be guided through our portfolio of products in an efficient manner and try to find what's best for them. And to do all that, we would like also to do it in a multimodal manner, right? So independently of the type of channel. It could be text, it could be voice. And at HP, we have embarked on this new journey with various GenAI applications. Now in the center, it's a GenAI engine we call a GenAI engine that powers various applications for the store. Since HP left that to a team of Greeks, we said, okay, let's try to make a reference to the concept of knowledge via the word Sophia, the Greek word Sophia, so we call that GenAI engine Sophie. And Sophie powers the GenAI applications for the store. We have already deployed, let's say, two. One we call Sophie Copilot, that's again an umbrella of applications, which is meant to help our HP store agents. That is the humans that assist our customers. And an example of this is, for instance, when they web chat, especially in the US, with customers, they receive automated draft responses from Sophie Copilot, and that helps them to become faster and produce better responses. The second application we call Sophie Autopilot. This is the customer-facing chatbot. This is an application that directly the customers, right, asks and makes queries about HP products and services. And we have also that deployed in US, in 6 countries from Latin America, and 2 in Asia already. And we have also plans to deploy it in other countries too. So that's very nice. We get very good results, and that gives us confidence to continue. These applications help our customers, of course, find their products, and help also our human agents do their work much more efficiently. So in the roadmap, we have Sophie Guide. This is the set of applications that will change our search experience in the HP Store website. A lot of touch points that will help our customers to be guided better throughout our portfolio of products. And also Sophie Voice and Video, where we try to introduce voice AI agents for our customers. So although we're in the beginning of our journey, we see a lot of positive impact with these applications. The first KPI you see is the so-called AI to human traffic split. That's more than 50%. I have to admit, so that denotes that as we have it right now, the customer can opt either to talk with a human agent or to the AI agent, right? And what we see is that more than 50% of our customers, they opt to speak with a human, with the AI. And I was quite amazed to see that number. But I guess this is, we are in a new world and people maybe prefer sometimes to speak to AI than humans, right? But it is what it is and denotes a trend, at least in US. We also see positive financial impact. The conversion rate, and we have done these numbers via A/B testing, and we see that the conversion rate has increased by 6% and the revenue per customer by 5% for those customers that in their menus, they also have Sophie to interact with the AI assistant. So these results, again, give us confidence and to continue. The first one, I would say it has a very important impact in the concept of rebalancing your workforce into the call centers. Because it looks like that AI can handle from now on at least a big part of the queries. And the other two KPIs show that they show positive financial impact, possibly via the fact that SOPHI can help our customers find the right product for them. So let me move now to some challenges throughout this journey and lessons learned. One important challenge is the fact that AI agents can differ significantly. I'll give you an example from HP. We have agents that are important for customer support, for example, agents for post-sales support, and agents, we call them pre-sales agents, that we want to buy something. So if you're a customer at HP, maybe you want to buy something, maybe you have already ordered something and you need some support. These are the post-sales. And maybe something happened to your device. That will be very rare. And if something happened in your device, maybe you want to call a support agent, right? Now, if you think about it, when it comes to support, at least at HP, the whole process of the agent, it's quite straightforward in the following sense. The agent needs to understand the customer problem. That's phase one. And then they have to go through a database of documents, so to say, and fetch the right document that solves this problem, right? And if they do that, then maybe they have to follow up, maybe to do some follow-ups, maybe follow some steps, but typically you can do a pretty good job via this process. Now, if I walk you through the sales process, typically a salesperson will have, first of all, to understand the customer needs, maybe even understand or walk through the customer needs, then the customer doesn't even know exactly what they want, right? But nevertheless, they have to understand the customer needs. Then, after they do that, they have to go through a whole portfolio of products and find the best fit. After they propose a product, maybe they have to follow up and ask if they like it. And if they say no, they have to repeat this process. If they find the right product for the customer, maybe afterwards they want to think about attaching or cross-selling something with that product, for instance, a warranty, right? And then, after they do all that, maybe they want to throw a sales pitch that something like this is in flash sales, or this is an offer for the next 24 hours, so that they can push the customer and do the order. Now, this is a much more, from a cognitive perspective, it's a much more difficult process. And the AI agents that are built for this type of processes are much more complex. I think that connects a lot with the first talk we saw in this session from Konstantina, that she said how important it is to combine conversational agents also with reasoning and planning. And definitely the sales process, it's an advanced process that you cannot really do with just a simple or a passive RAG system. So as you as you build your AI agents, what I would encourage you to do is to really think this process quite through, connect it heavily with the business process, and depending on the complexity of the process, also adjust your plan and your timelines. The second lesson, I would like to share with you is how much different it is to go from a demo to a product, especially a public-facing application. Now, demos are things that we can do probably maybe in a few days nowadays. We can, especially GenAI demos, we can do them quite fast. But nevertheless, they are built in a well-controlled environment, right? So if you see demos from other companies, maybe the prompts are predefined. Or even if you see AI voice agents demos, the whole conversation is scripted, right? So that means that this part of the development, you cannot put it out there. It's like placing a kid into the wilderness, right? There's a lot of adversity out there. Let me tell you this, now that we have the public-facing application, 1.2% of our queries, 1.2% of our queries, our content filters get activated. That means that the chatbot is faced with some sort of adversity, message of hate, whatever. And some of these customers, maybe they steam off with the chatbot, and then they go ahead, they go for an optional survey which is triggered after the conversation. Again, that's optional. And then they write something like, I hate AI. And this is a true story. We have seen that in the data, right? So what I'm trying to say is that as you build these products, especially public-facing, you have to account for a lot of processes, a lot of adversity which exists out there. So the development is quite tricky. On top of that, if you want to build a product, you definitely need to consider that you need a breadth of expertise in your team, from data engineers, data scientists, MLOps, software engineers, DevOps, also a support team 24/7 for these public-facing products. And yes, so and if you are in a Fortune 100 company, like I am, you will probably be faced with a lot of complexity due to the data integration process, data governance, AI governance, cyber, legal, privacy, etc. So it turns out to be much more difficult as it looks like in a demo. And again, I would encourage those that would like to build these applications to again consider this type of complexity. The third, and that's the final one, challenge and lesson I would like to discuss is how important is as you build these applications from the very beginning to consider having very strong internal KPIs, which are extremely critical for success. Even if you start your journey and you start with a small pilot, I would really suggest strongly that you have KPIs, very strong KPIs in your pilot, because this is the only way that you would be able to discuss, especially with the business stakeholders, how the chatbot is doing and how it's performing from a financial standpoint, also from a customer experience standpoint. The strong internal KPIs are also critical for success for the development team, because if you have internal KPIs, very strong KPIs, that allows the team to find which parts of the process they need to improve and make the application better. So with that, I would like to close by saying that I personally believe that when it comes to this new era, where GenAI is impacting the world of e-commerce, I truly believe that we're in the point of no return. I also believe, or I would predict, that in the next 5 years, we're going to see amazing changes in the e-commerce platform. I would even dare say that the way that the e-commerce looks right now, which is typically banners, products, facets, on your left, that will probably even change. And maybe we'll just open a web page and we'll be faced with an AI agent that presents to us, we talk with the agents and presents to us some options. Let's see. But I truly believe that GenAI is really transforming the world of e-commerce. So with that, I would like to thank you very much. And if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me in the break. Thank you.